Hi, it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I am here today for a journaling video. I'm going to talk about my June bullet journaling setup. It's still halfway through May, but June is rapidly approaching, and one of the things I know about myself is that I tend to fall off my bullet journaling routine in my summer months when I'm off work. So I really wanted to set up a June bullet journal to hold myself accountable and hopefully stay really active in my bullet journaling practice. So I picked these colors to kind of guide most of my month. So these are my tombos, and I just picked some blues and greens and a yellow. Because June is starting on a Saturday at the end of the week, I went ahead and put my weekly for next week at the end of my May setup. So this is still my May setup for next week. The first 2 pages in my June setup, I did an April reflection page last month, and I really liked that. So I decided to continue that. And so I have a May reflection where I'll just kind of think about the month. And then I saw this concept on Pinterest, and I tried to kind of recreate it. It didn't turn out as polished as I would have liked, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. The next page I'm going to share is a master June to-do list. We are already finding that our summer is just getting packed really fast. So I'm getting ready to send my daughter off to Sweden for 15 days, which has a lot of emotion attached to it, as I'm sure you can imagine, sending a teenager halfway across the world. And so I'm trying to just really plan out and be organized in some of the logistics. So I've got some things in there for my June master to-do list, so I feel confident that at least the logistics are taken care of, and then I can just feel the emotions that I'm going to feel with sending my child halfway across the world. The next thing is my June month, and again I used those Tombow markers and some stickers. It's just my run-of-the-mill monthly layout. I'm starting to find that I have a lot of appointments that are in the future, or dates that are in the future, and it was causing me some anxiety because I was like, I'm not going to remember all these things. And so I'll show you what I did. It is not a sexy bullet journal page, but it kind of helped with the planning. Basically, I started in June, and I went to, I did go to the end of the year, and I started marking off some of the dates and things that I know are coming. So like the orange dots represent when my daughter is gone, whether she's at her dad's for that weekend or she's on vacation or whatnot. So that I can start planning my weekends. And even well into, when are my fall parent conferences? I just felt like I needed to have those dates down. So while it's not a pretty page, I think it'll be a functional one to help me keep in line what's coming. And so if I want to make plans, I'll know, okay, this is when Lila's in Sweden, and this is, the Portland Pen Show, and different days that are coming. So the next spread I did was just a plan of what do I want to do in June? What are some things that, maybe not a to-do list specifically, but just, maybe it's a to-do list, or just things that I want to try to do. Maybe while my daughter's gone, my husband and I want to go to the beach for the weekend, or maybe I want to go for a hike, or clean out my closet. So I just left this page empty. and I'll work on a plan list. I had a blank page that I didn't want to do, like I felt like this was going to be a lot of information, so I didn't want to do an information page here. So I just did a little mark making with the colors that I'm using this month. This page I set up, I'm going to try to really think about my wins in June. So whether they're big or they're small, what were my wins? I'm trying to, look for the positive, look for the things that I'm, having success with, the goals that I'm achieving, big or small. And so I'm committing to every day of the month recording here a win. And then on this page, I thought it would be fun because I'm going to have, extra time in June, just that I would do like some doodles in here. Maybe it's words that are coming to me. Maybe it's just a doodle. There's not 30 boxes, so I'm not committing to one a day. I feel like I have enough one a day things in the month of June and just other things that I'm journaling. But I thought it would just be fun to do maybe a colorful page of doodles. And then I am working on my morning routine. So I don't know about you, but I tend to fall into the trap of getting up in the morning, getting my coffee, and scrolling. I'm looking at the news, I'm looking at Facebook, I'm checking my emails, I'm playing Candy Crush, playing Wordle. It just is not an invigorating way to start out my mornings. And so I recognize that and I really want to change that. So I have been getting up in the mornings, getting my coffee, but I drink a big glass of water first thing. I've been doing, I told myself, even if I just meditate for 1 minute, but I've been making it like 3 minutes. So the past few mornings that I've been doing a new morning routine, I've been meditating for about 3 minutes every morning, stretching. If the sun's out, maybe going and just sitting out on the back porch for a few minutes to get some sunlight. I get up fairly early before I need to get ready for work. So that certainly provides me with the opportunity of time. Unfortunately, in the Pacific Northwest, we don't get much sunshine all the time. And as I'm looking out my window right now, it is pouring down rain. So, I'll get sunshine when I can. Listening to music while I'm getting ready, I have found that just kind of invigorates me. And then asking myself the question, what do I need to be good for today? Like, what's going to help me just be good to face the day, whether it's a challenging day ahead or maybe I am anticipating that, it's going to be a mellow day, but maybe it doesn't end up being a mellow day. What do I need to be good? Do I need to stretch? Do I need to listen to some 70s disco? What is it that's going to help me be good for that day? So that's what I have so far, but I also wanted to share something else that I've done in the past, and I decided that I wanted to do it in the month of June, and that is a mood mandala. So I'm going to just quickly explain what a mood mandala is. So you can see I have penciled out 30 rings on this side, and then I've identified 5 different colors and 5 different moods. And I'm doing some things differently in June that make me kind of want to look at and analyze how do those things impact my mood. And so that's why I decided to do a mood mandala for June. So I'm just trying to keep it simple. Was I content? Was I joyful? Was I frustrated? Was I sad? And it's kind of a theme of the day. So I'm going to show you a couple of other examples that I've done in the past, a little bit differently. This was one I did way back when, and I didn't draw out the circles in advance. I just took the color and I did a design for that day. And it really, I had a whole over here, and I won't even go into that. There were like 12 different moods that I was tracking, and I found that I really was kind of only a few of those moods. So I just left it, or I decided to just take the few moods that I tend to be in, instead of overcomplicating it. Another one that I did another time with just 5 moods was this one, and I did my circles onto the other page, and as you can see, I kind of stopped the mandala on this day, and I don't know what was happening these last 5 days. I was just over it, I guess. So for this one, I would color in the ring and then do the design. And I'm kind of playing with the idea for this new one. Do I do the design first and then color over it? Or do I do this and risk being over it? And I'm still not sure. I've got a little bit of time to decide. But that's going to be something that I haven't done for a while, but I will track my moods, and then maybe in a future video I'll kind of share how it turned out. And I'm excited because I tend to be pretty stable in my moods. I'm kind of always just, yeah, things are fine. And so with the changes that I'm implementing, I'll be curious to see how June looks. And I feel like this will help keep me accountable to show up in my bullet journal in June, when the end of the school year gets really busy, and then I'm off the school year and I have that huge release of, I really just want to continue to show up in my bullet journal this year. So that is my June setup. I don't think I have anything else to say about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I feel good that I have a lot here, but not too much, that it's going to be overwhelming. And yeah, so I'll just share a little pen spotlight before I close this video out. This is my newest pen. It's a Benu, and this brand of pen is, I have 2 of them. They are so flashy, they are so sparkly, they are beautiful. And the other one I have of this is a different pen shape. In fact, I can show you here. This is my other Benu, and you can see that the shape is quite different. And I love this pen. It's funky, it's weird, it writes like a charm, but I wouldn't want 2 of these, right? It's so bizarre. So it really was taking a long time to decide what the other model of pen I wanted. And I just happened to pop onto Trufe. They are a pen retailer, I think, in maybe one of the Carolinas, maybe South Carolina. I'm not sure. I hadn't done business with them before. And I saw this one. This is a talisman. That's the model. And the talismans always have some kind of really significant meaning associated with them. And so this one is the Talisman Bodhi. And it's modeled after the Bodhi tree. And the pen comes with this big long page, I'll show you, of an explanation of the significance and what it means. I mean, there are paragraphs here. And the cool thing is that you can see the inspiration and substance added to the material of the pen is the Bodhi leaf. So Benu actually adds the material of the inspiration to the pen. So that's just so cool. So I popped onto the Trufe website. This was a Trufe exclusive, so a collaboration with Benu, and I was like, this is the one. I knew it. Even though I've looked at these pens for years, this was the one. So it is in a medium nib, And I have it inked with, I don't have the bottle with me, but it is a sparkly coppery green and brown, and it is absolutely fantastic. And you can see, I mean, this just puts so much ink down. It doesn't have a lot of feedback. This is a medium. And one of my friends at work who just got his first Bennu, he described it perfectly. He's like, those Bennus are like fire hoses with ink. And I just laughed because it is so true. They just put down so much ink. So I have, I don't know if I'm spelling that correctly. It's Deatrimus. It's, oh, I should have got the bottle out. Heliogen, copper green or green copper. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But anyway, as this ink is drying, I'm going to hold it up to the camera, hopefully a little closer. I mean, look at that sparkle. It is just so pretty. I won't take this one to work with me, I don't think, because I would be really sad if I misplaced it, or if students don't bother my pens at all. They know better. But I would be afraid of like leaving it at school or something. So anyway, I could go on forever about these Bennus. They're fantastic. So I'll put a link to the ink and maybe just the link to this one, but just know it because it's a collaboration. I don't know that they're still there, but Bennus are widely sold at a lot of different pen retailers if you were interested in checking them out. So, all right, that is it for today. That's it for my June setup, and I will be back with some other kind of videos soon. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.